Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Brother Nick didn't have an easy life. He suffered, and he suffered a lot. He grew up in poverty and endured a lot of challenges all throughout his life. But he was not bitter. He didn't actively avoid suffering or pursue an easy life. Brother Nick had a hard life, but he responded with growth and perseverance. Yesterday, when Father Dito, Father Jay, and I were talking, and we were talking about Brother Nick, we appreciated the fact that we were witnesses of the last 20 years of Brother Nick's life. We saw how he suffered, and we saw how he grew as a person. And we witnessed how he aged so gracefully. Sabi ni Father Jay, ibang-iba yung mukha niya nung principal siya. Iba yung image ko sa kanya, matapang siya. Pero iba yung mukha na nakita ko sa kanya nung tumanda na siya. Ang sweet-sweet niya at ang saya niyang kasama. Father Dito added, isa sa mga natatandaan ko nung nasa Pampanga ako, for a brief period, he was avoiding gatherings, especially of Salesians. Pero that changed. Something has changed. Now, I remember him as someone who longs to be in the company of Salesians. Alam niyo po, si Brother Nick, noong tumanda, kapag may okasyon, sasama yan. Kahit may sakit yan, kapag manunood ng sine o kakain sa labas, babangon yan. Para sa mga nakakakilala kay Brother Nick, mamimiss natin siya kasi ang sarap niyang kasama. Brother Nick had a hard life, but he loved life. Brother Nick loved working. He loved teaching. He loved gardening. He loved watching movies. He loved music. And he loved bonding with friends. Was Brother Nick successful? Yes, he was good in sports and in coaching volleyball teams. He was excellent in running the youth center. Brother Nick taught hundreds of Bosconians. Many of his DBYC scholars and students are now successful in their careers. Some of them have even become Salesians themselves. Indeed, Bro Eagle, as simple as he was very, very successful. But for me, the best thing that he had offered, his greatest achievement, was the cross and how he carried that cross. Hindi ko na po nakita si Brads na lumilipad sa basketball court o pumapalo ng bola sa volleyball court. Hindi ko na siya naabutan bilang principal. I saw him as Lolo Nick, weaker physically. I saw him carry the cross and carried it well. Brother Nick had a hard life. Some of our lay mission partners were asking, how could a good man suffer so much? Why did he have to undergo such painful death? I tell them, it's because suffering has always been part of Brother Nick's vocation. He accepted that cross. He embraced it and carried it with love. Something to suffer, something to offer. Sabi nila, napaka-generous ni Brother Nick. Sabi ko naman, so generous na kahit sa offering of his suffering, hindi siya nagtipid. For Brother Nick suffered a lot, and he offered a lot. You see, kapag may sakit si Brads, o kapag may pain siya, he'd tell us that he was offering his pain for us. Kaya naman, kapag may sakit si Brother Eagle, sinasabi ni Father J, uy, may blessing na darating. Whenever we encounter problems in the school and when there was a needed project to be accomplished, but solutions are out of sight and challenges seem impossible to overcome, we would jokingly turn to Brother Nick. Brads, we need you to suffer for us. Di ba, Father John Manalo? Brads, tatanungin niya, wala ka bang sakit ngayon? Magaling na ba yung ingrown mo? Father J would then get a hammer. Brads, kailangan natin magpatayo ng building. Pukpukin pa natin yung isa mong kuko para may i-offer ka uli. And Brother Nick would jokingly but seriously offer his foot. O ayan, mamili ka. Yes, Brother Nick, on the latter part of his life, experienced a lot of physical limitations due to his sickness, but he was able to offer those sufferings for his conferers and for the young. Our Salesian Constitution state that the life of a sick and aging conferer takes on a new apostolic significance. In spite of his failing health, Brother Nick still had something to offer, his pain. The Lord accepted it as a pleasing sacrifice. Dear Lord, Ikaw lang ang nakakaalam kung gaano karaming blessings ang natanggap ng kongregasyon dahil sa mga sakripisyo ni Brother Nick at ng maraming Salesians na may karamdaman. Last year, July 18, 2019, I visited Brother Nick in Makati Med. I wanted to surprise him, but when I entered the room, I was the one who was surprised. He wasn't on the hospital bed. Sabi ko, ba't nandiyan ka sa chair? Ba't hindi ka nakahiga? He answered, umalis sandali yung bantay ko, kaya ako muna nagbabantay. He asked me, anong oras ka umalis ng Tarlac? Kaninang 3:30 a.m. Sabi ko, para hindi ako matraffic. O sige, matulog ka muna dyan. He answered. O sige, Brads, hihiga muna ako ha. Ako muna yung pasyente. O Brads, picture muna tayo. O forma, Brads. Ready? Smile. Click. Yan si Brads nung na-hospital siya. Mahilig pa rin magpatawa. I thank God that Brother Nick, even at the last moment, never lost his sense of humor. That sense of joy. Until the end, he was making us laugh. Even in pain, he was dancing, singing, and making those funny gestures. Tignan niyo yung mukha niya, no? Doon sa nicho. Mapapansin niyo, nakangiti. Para sa mga nakakakilala kay Brads, mamimiss natin siya kasi lagi siyang nakakatawa at lagi siyang nagpapatawa. I always say that one of my best experience as a priest is having the chance to accompany my own father in the last months of his life. Para sa akin, doon ko naramdaman yung pagkapari ko. Now, I'm so thankful that I could say this in all sincerity, my dear conferers, that one of my best experience as a Salesian, as a confer in a community, is being with Brother Nick in the final months, in the final days, in the final hours of his life. I won't consider myself as a good Salesian. I have not lived out the Salesian constitutions faithfully, but I'm thankful that I have been given an opportunity to live these two articles, Article 53 and Article 54, the sick and aging confers and the death of the Salesian. Interlock, we're not a perfect community, but I think we got it right. I thank my community for that. I'm not a wise person, but I'm surrounded by wise Salesians. I don't know how to lead the community, but my community held my hand, and they showed me how to accompany Brother Nick. Meron po akong bilin sa ating mga confers, sa ating mga Salesians, at sa inyo, young seminarians. Kapag nabigyan po kayo ng pagkakataon na samahan at alagaan ang isang confer na may sakit at nalalapit na sa kanyang pag-uwi sa Ama, huwag na huwag ninyong palalampasin ang pagkakataon. Believe me, hindi nyo po ito pagsisisihan. This past month was a concrete experience of community and brotherly love. Seeing my confers express their special love and thoughtful care for Brother Nick has revived me personally. Sa aking community at sa mga Salesians na nagmahal at nangalaga kay Brother Nick, hindi niyo po tinipid ng affection ang ating kapatid. Father Jerome, thank you for becoming our leader many, many times. Your leadership has made the past months a truly spiritual experience. Thank you for patiently bringing the body of Christ to Brother Nick. Thank you for leading the community to prayer every day. Every night po, nagdadasal kami sa room ni Brother Nick at sinasamahan siya hanggang matulog. Brother Lito, Father Ian, you took care of everything. You made sure that every little detail is in order. Medications, nurses, sasakyan, coordination with the family. Father Ian, thank you for singing for Brother Nick every morning and evening. Thank you for being the doctor of the community. Brother Lito, ikaw yung naging nurse ni Brother Nick noong lockdown hanggang siya ay mamatay. Father Danny, thank you for receiving guests and accommodating them and listening to their stories about Brother Nick during the wake. Yung mga practical trainees, you have been the source of joy of Brother Nick. Dandrew, galing ni Merce, di ba? Special mention po kay Brother Paulo kasi nung hindi na kumakain si Brother Nick, nung hindi niya na kayang sumubo, isa lang ang hinahanap niya, kape ni Brother Paulo. Yung mga nakasama ni Brads, no? Maraming salamat po sa mga staff ng Sati Clinic na ihatid natin ng maayos si Brother Nick. Taking care of a sick confer is one of the greatest ministry of a Salesian. I am sure that in the most difficult and painful moment of Brother Nick, he was able to feel the Father's love. Brother Nick really suffered pain, but he never felt alone. Ang ganda lang isipin, he suffered and died surrounded by Salesian community, by his family, by his friends. And this is special. He was surrounded by the young people themselves. Noong namatay po si Brother Eagle, nandyan po si Carl, ang tatlo sa kanyang mga scholars, si Dexter, si King, at si Robert. One of the best image that will remain in my memory habang kami ay nagro-rosary nung isang gabi, si Brother Nick, a Salesian, in pain. At ang kabataan na kanyang inalagaan at hinagkan, ngayon naman, hawak-hawak ang kanyang kamay, kinakantahan, si Brother Nick nakatulog habang hinihele ng isang kabataan. I thank the Lord for letting me see this beautiful sight, a highlight of my Salesian life. Dear converse, seminarians, let me repeat, kapag nabigyan po kayo ng pagkakataon na samahan at alagaan ang isang confer na may sakit at nalalapit na ang kanyang pag-uwi sa Ama, wag na wag niyong palalampasin ang pagkakataon. Believe me, hindi niyo pagsisisihan. Brother Nick had a hard life, but he lived a happy life. And he died a happy death. It was summer of 2019 when I was told that I need to attend a meeting with Brother Nick's team of doctors. Pinagmamadali ako noon. Pumunta ka sa Makati, dali. He was brought to Makati Med. He had a series of tests. I was told to go to Makati Med, to the hospital, and the doctors will tell me and Father Elu what they found out about Brother Nick. It was bad news. Doctors were crying. When I was alone with Brother Nick, I asked him, Brads, we need to tell the community and the EPC. What will I tell them? And he said, bahala ka na. O sige, pipicturean na lang kita, sabi ko sa kanya. Anong caption? Hanap kami. O ito, pwede na ba to? Ayan, yan, sabi niya. Ito na lang ilagay mong caption. Maganda yan, sabi niya. O Brads, pause, click. Yan po yung picture niya after receiving the bad news. My dear friends, my dear conferers, yan si Brother Nick, a Salesian brother who lived the Salesian life that is hard, happy, holy. We know that our Brother Nick has entered into the joy of the Lord. My dear friends, today, the Salesian congregation has won a great triumph. The eagle has landed.